I'm excited. Yo, we back. It's always happy hour. I have no idea what episode this is.
I think it's episode 6.
Okay. Episode 6.
Uh-huh.
Me, Henny Mike.
And Jouri Fraser.
Okay. We back. Finally. The Rock has come back.
The Rock.
You know how I used to do that. Yeah. What we doing though, man? What's up?
Well, man. First.
Let me start off by saying
Okay.
to the people, Fraser's been pissing me the fuck off.
Apparently, I do this
This
without
whole
even
week.
knowing.
The whole week.
All right.
He's a dick. Yeah.
That's for you, Chris.
That guy. I'm not saying that man's name.
Let up on him, man. Let up.
Not my man Eon, because he's weird. He's gonna think I'm talking about him. It's a different Chris, all right, Chris? Calm down. But yeah. So what we starting off with, man?
We're starting off with this video, dude, that okay, just for those at home. Mike's girlfriend shared a video on Facebook.
Yeah.
I'll include the link to the video for those who want to see it. Now, in the video, I'm guessing the guy's daughter, like what she said, she came home late or something.
I was told that she was gone for several days and couldn't get in contact with her.
Well,
and shit.
she was gone either for several days or either she came home late, one way or the other. Anyway, in the video, the guy grabs his daughter, takes this belt, and starts wailing on her in the middle of the street. Now, in the background, you can hear whoever's filming it, saying, yeah, let's put it on Facebook, teach her this, teach her that, blah, blah, blah. She want to act grown, real bullshit nigga shit. So...
Bullshit nigga shit.
So you put it on, so they put it on Facebook, obviously. This is how we saw it. And there's a question. It's like, did he go too far? Now, when I see it, I am horrified. But apparently I'm in the minority. So I told Mike we would discuss it on the show because he seems to think that it's okay. Mike?
Hold on. We wasn't just talking about the video. We was talking about beating your kids in general.
Yeah.
You think that's a problem?
I do.
Yeah, now I completely disagree.
Now I'm gonna explain to you why it's a problem.
Okay.
But first, tell me why you think it's okay, and then I'm gonna tell you why it's not okay.
Let me start with that video. The problems that I have with that video is I don't think they should have recorded it and uploaded it.
That's ridiculous.
I didn't think that was cool. And he couldn't, because I think he was pulling her hair or shit. He didn't have to be doing that. All right. But other than that, don't see a problem.
So it was fine.
Him beating his 13-year-old child, yes.
13-year-old daughter.
Yes. For going missing and not keeping in contact with anyone, yes. And she just comes back home like everything's good, yeah.
So let me ask you this, Mike. You've obviously been beat before. I've been beat. Your girl's been beat.
Yep.
We've all been beat as kids.
Yeah.
And here's why I say it's wrong. Now, before I get into this, there is tons of data on this. Like, if you type into Google, is it okay to beat you? I'm saying there's tons of data on this.
Bullshit. From who, though?
From plenty of foundations, psychologists, child psychiatrists, plenty of places will tell you, no, this is not the way to do it, because the studies show that not only does it make your child over time less obedient, because it trains them to avoid getting caught with shit like that, because they become more fearful, more resentful. It increases aggression. It increases mental issues later in life.
So you telling me your 13-year-old daughter just walks back in the house after being gone for several fucking days.
Okay.
What do? You just go in your room. That's what you're telling me?
There's numerous ways to punish her.
Please tell me.
Without having, like, okay, so I'm gonna point this out to you, Mike. I'm gonna point this out to you, okay?
Okay.
So, say you're training a dog. Say you're training a dog, okay?
Okay.
Better yet, say you're walking down the street and you see someone else with a dog.
Oh, okay.
Now, apparently the dog's done something wrong.
Okay.
If you see the person take a belt and beat the shit out of their dog in the middle of the street, how are you? Do you think that's okay?
One, that's none of my business.
No. Do you think it's okay? I didn't say it wasn't any of your business. Do you think
I don't know what the dog did.
Do you think it's okay?
It depends on what the dog did.
Would you be comfortable watching a dog being beat in the middle of the street
after a dog bit off a fucking kid's
You
arm?
you don't know what happened. Would you be comfortable watching a dog getting bit or getting beat in the middle of the street?
Probably, yeah.
You would.
With a belt?
With a belt.
I mean, I guess. I don't want to have a
really.
So why? What the fuck?
Okay,
what does that have to do?
No, I'm gonna tell you.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you. Okay, first off, if the dog bites somebody,
yeah,
that's what dogs do. But there's numerous. Now you can't tell me that there would not be tons of people that would be horrified if a video came up with some guy beating the shit out of a dog.
Yes, I know this.
Okay.
A lot of people love dogs more than fucking human beings.
Exactly my point. Now, check this out, right? Are there ways to train a dog without hitting it?
Yes.
Then why the fuck is it different for humans?
If your dog is... When you purchase that dog, you are the master of that dog. If that dog does something that is extremely crazy and it's not listening to you... If it results to you having to put hands on them, then you have to put
Mike,
Listen, what I'm saying, see, you're trying to make it like, you're trying to say that now the people who have children and they literally beat their children every time they do something bad, that's wrong. That's a problem. I have a problem with that. But what I'm saying is there's certain situations when your kid need to get knocked the fuck out.
There are certain situations where you need to hit your child.
That's all I'm saying. You don't think that? You don't think there's certain...
I don't.
That's crazy.
I don't think that, Mike, because listen, if there are ways to train your dog without hitting, are humans smarter than dogs?
If my dog,
are humans smarter than dogs? Mike, answer the question. Are humans smarter than dogs?
I would say no.
You wouldn't say a human is smarter than a fucking dog.
Okay,
Mike.
Yes, a human's smarter than dogs.
So you telling me you can train a dog to do right from wrong without hitting it, but you can't train your child to do right from wrong without hitting it?
So you're the person crying after a dog kills a little girl and they put him to sleep. You have a problem with that?
Look, I'm not a person who says that a dog should be let loose on people because they're fucking animals.
If a dog kills a little girl and they put him to sleep, do you have a problem with that?
No, well, yes, I have a problem with that, Mike, because unless the dog is rabid, unless the dog is rabid or has some sort of other disease that alters its behavior, it's a fucking animal. You don't leave if you leave your kid around an animal and then an animal attacks your dog, you can't be acting, well, but he's always been such a nice dog. Nah, fuck that, it's a dog.
If I'm walking down the street and I have my little sister or something with me, and a dog randomly fucking attacks her,
it's an animal. So let's replace that. Let's say it's a wolf. What's
the difference? It's listen. I
A wolf
understand
is just a dog. A wolf is just a dog, Mike. It's what they do.
So it's okay for them to attack children.
It's an animal.
That's your excuse if they kill a little girl? It's an animal?
It's an animal. Why the fuck would you have your animal around something that attacks people?
So the animal kills the girl.
It's the same shit as that nigga who went over the fence in the zoo with the tigers and then they had to put the tigers down. That's a fucking tiger.
That's stupid. You don't have pet tigers in your fucking house. You have pet dogs.
We have pit bulls, and there are numerous studies that say that pit bulls have a genetic defect that can turn them violent. But you always see niggas saying, "Oh no, if you train them right," and they're like, "No, they have a genetic defect because they were bred as fighting dogs."
If my 13-year-old daughter goes on a fucking killing spree and they want to execute her, I would understand.
Yes, a killing spree, Mike. Because you know what?
If she kills two people, if a dog kills a person. So you're saying if a dog kills a little girl, right? You're supposed to, I'm going to train him now. Let's put the dog in timeout. Let's train him not to do that.
You can train the dog.
He just killed a girl, fam.
But whose fault is that?
I don't fucking know. All I know is the dog killed the girl.
Is it a dog's fault? If a dog kills a girl, it's obviously a dog that knows how to kill, right? That's a natural. It's either a natural instinct.
Every
or
living thing on this planet
a
knows
natural
how to kill.
instinct, Mike,
Everything
or it
knows
has
how to
been
kill.
trained to kill.
Everything.
Is it the dog?
You don't have to be. You have to be trained to kill someone. You don't think you can kill someone?
No, you don't have to be trained. But does the dog know right from wrong? Does the dog know right from wrong, Mike?
I would hope a dog.
Does the dog know it's illegal to kill someone?
I would hope
The dog knows
dogs
it's illegal?
just killing little girls. I mean,
There's not, but I'm saying if it happens, does the dog know right from wrong, Mike? Does
if
the
a
dog know if a dog kills
what life
something?
is more precious, a dog or a human being?
I think a human, but then again, you have people that would beat their kid before they beat their dog, Mike.
And those people are fucking weird.
You're taking it to an extreme that it
Those
doesn't need to
people
go.
are weird.
We're talking about a girl who came home late. We're not talking about a girl who went on a killing spree. We're talking about a girl who came home late. So if you're telling me if your dog,
hell no. No, because who's to say this was her first? You're making it sound like we know all this information. Like this was her first time she ever did this shit. What if she did this multiple times?
Then you need to find a better way to control your daughter.
That's ridiculous, man.
There are hundreds of ways to discipline a kid.
Frazier,
you don't have to beat your
when
fucking
you got
kid, Mike.
beatings when you were a little kid.
Yeah.
When you got a beating for doing something, right?
Yeah.
When your mother popped you for doing it, I bet you fucking second guess doing it another time.
I did the same
because you
thing
thought about that goddamn pop, right?
Yes, but it
You
also
said,
made me.
I'm not supposed to do that.
It also made me angry. It also made me resentful. It also taught me to be violent when I didn't like some shit.
That's in addition. So you got mad at your parent disciplining you because that's what parents are supposed to do.
To that,
but
Mike,
then you see when a parent disciplines his child, and how you just said you got all angry and this and that. So when a parent isn't doing shit and he's letting the child run free,
just because they're not hitting it doesn't mean they're not doing shit, Mike. There are plenty. Because guess what? When I started getting punished differently. After I stopped getting beatings, when I started getting punished differently, I didn't like that I was getting punished, but I understood it. And guess what? I'm like, oh shit, I really don't want to have this taken away. I don't want to be confined in my room. I don't want this. I don't want that to happen. So yeah, I'm going to second guess it either way. There are studies that show that if you don't hit your kid and you find other ways to discipline it, it becomes more obedient.
I'm not trying to hear none of those dumb ass studies or nothing. I'm not trying to hear none of that.
Studies?
From who?
From professionals in the industry. Child psychiatrist, Mike.
I've been raised. I've know plenty of people that have been raised. Our parents. You know what? Ask your mother the type of fucking whipping she used to get when she was your age. When she was a child. She used to get probably beat, my nigga. Dude,
I know.
Did she grow up being bad, a bad person? Didn't she raise you right?
Mike, think about it this way. You're saying you're basically using that standard. Well, I got beaten. I turned out fine. You're a grown man who thinks it's okay to beat a child. That's a trauma response.
When it's a situation that calls for a child to get a beating, it gets a beating. When it's listen, if my 13-year-old girls is getting raped, kidnapped, all types of shit nowadays. If this girl is running away, if she's going out and acting grown, not answering my calls or anything like that, and she walks back in my fucking house and all she think is, oh, go to your room. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yes.
So she can do it again and again and again and again.
Okay.
That shows that a parent cares.
I can do that too, Mike. Let's say
you know what I'm gonna think. Hold on. If I'm a 13-year-old boy and I'm running out and I'm staying out whenever the fuck I want, and I come home and all my mother did was go to your fucking room, guess what? I'm doing this shit again, and I'm doing it again, and I'm doing it again because I know no consequences coming from it.
There's
go to my room
to discipline your kid, Mike. Going to your room is not the only way. Going to my room is my
punishment for staying out all night at 13 years old. I'll take that, nigga. And guess what? I'm gonna do it again.
That's only one type of punishment, Mike. You're jumping to an extreme. There's no more. Look, dude, I'm not super nanny, but there's Google, dude. You can look up plenty of punishments that have been proven to work. You don't just have to send your kid to their room. There are plenty of shit. There's plenty of stuff that you could do to ensure your kid will take. Like I said, I'm not
hold
super nanny.
Something for a certain amount of time.
There's stuff you can look up. There's plenty of things.
Listen,
there's tons of shit you can look up, Mike.
My stepbrother, he gets in trouble. My stepbrother gets in trouble a whole lot. You know what his father does? Sometimes He may discipline him when he calls for it. And there's a lot of times where he sits and he talks to him. And there's other times, instead of beating him, he makes him, like, yo, hold this big ass bucket of water for like whatever.
That's fucked up.
You know
too.
what I'm saying? How is that fucked up?
That's fucked up.
See,
too.
I'm scared of your kids because your kids gonna grow up not giving a fuck about nobody and not scared of anything because they don't have to worry about any discipline.
Is a kid a human
being?
Go
to your room.
Is a kid a human being?
Who? Yes, he's a human. Yes.
Okay, it's a human
yes.
being.
Yes.
Do you have a right as a human to live your life without being scared of being beat the fuck up every day?
See this.
No,
you see what you're doing? Do you see what you're doing? Do you see what you're doing? What you're doing is what I'm saying. There is certain situations. Not every situation calls for a beating. I'm trying to explain that to you. You're telling me there's no situation, period, that calls for a beating, and that's fucking nonsense.
If you have to hit your kid, Mike. If you gotta hit your kid to get it to do right, you failed as a parent.
My nigga.
You have failed as a parent if you gotta hit your kid to get it to listen to you.
My mother used to beat my ass sometimes. I'm
aware, and that was wrong.
I didn't take it like some little girl, like, I hate her. No, I understood why I got my ass whipped. That was her, and then she came afterwards and explained to me why I got my ass whipped. It wasn't I'm gonna beat you and go lay in a fucking dungeon.
What does this sound like? What does this sound like? I'm sorry I had to beat you, but look what you made me do. Oh, it's my fault. I shouldn't have made him mad. This gaslighting, dude. That's an abuse tactic, dude.
That's some bitch shit.
That's an abuse tactic.
That's some soft ass.
That's an abuse tactic, Mike.
That's a white boy miss me with that. That's weak. That's weak. That's weak. If that's how you respond, if that's how you respond, listen, Fraser. If you disrespect your mother, you in her face, you stupid bitch.
You know
what's the punishment for that?
I wouldn't do that. You know why? Because my mom raised me a certain way to not do that.
You know these little white boys who talk to their mother like nothing?
That's not because they don't get beat. That's because that's white people. White people are entitled and shit. They've been entitled. No, they've been entitled for generations. They've come to people's places and took what the fuck they want.
So Fraser, what are you teaching your child by not disciplining them whatsoever?
It's a different cultural thing, Mike. It's a completely different cultural thing. They're not doing that because they're not getting beat. And in a lot of cases, these white boys are getting beat. They're just fucking entitled. That's just a cultural difference.
You think your mother?
It's privilege. I'm privileged in society. I get what I want. I expect that I'm going to get what I want. That's all that is. That's not that they're not getting beat, Mike.
Fraser, so answer this for me. You 13 years old, 12 years old. Whatever.
Okay.
You steal something.
Yeah.
Right? You steal a couple things.
Mm-hmm.
Your mother catches you.
Yep.
Ask your mother. You think she would rather her beat you and discipline you and explain to you why that's a very bad thing to do? Or you think she wants you to experience you steal something from somebody outside and they beat the shit out of you? Which one sounds worse? Answer that question, please. Which one sounds worse? Your mother beating you for stealing something or some nigga on the street possibly almost killing you for stealing something? Which one sounds worse?
In my case, I'm guessing it would be some other guy, but that's not a general, Mike, because some people's parents, you've been mad before, Mike. You've been mad before. You've been in fights. How easy is it for you to control the intensity when you're fighting somebody? How easy is it for you to control? Oh, wait, I know I'm going too far. Let me chill. How easy is that for you to do when you're mad? When you're frustrated, when you're mad? How easy is that for you to... No, answer that. Is it easy for you to dial it back?
Did you answer my question just now?
I did. I said so in my case, but that's not the case for everybody because I know some niggas whose parents are fucking crazy.
So
and
I
know niggas who've been tied in basements with their mom beating the shit out of them, dude. I know people. That's extreme.
Did I say
that's
that?
extreme.
Yeah,
that's extreme.
That's very
but
extreme.
I'm not saying that it's this. I'm not saying that it's the same scale. I'm saying that either way, if you go at a kid, if you go at a kid, and let's say you have a belt, and you beat the kid with a belt, all right?
Okay.
Do you think? I'll put it to you this way: you attack the kid with the belt, all right? You're upset. You're frustrated. You're upset that they've done wrong. How easy is it for you to be like, I'm going too far, let me chill? When you're upset, when you're mad. How many people can you say you can trust to do that when they're upset, when they have their kid and they're holding them by their hair like we saw in the video and they're hitting them with the belt? He's obviously upset. He's obviously angry. How easy would it be for him to be like, oh God, I'm going too far. Let me calm down. Instead of after the fact being like, oh nah, I kind of went too far. What do you think? What do you think?
I'm just like,
No. Answer the question, Mike.
you're asking me, am I gonna be able to control while I'm angry?
While you're angry, is it a good idea while you're hitting someone and you're angry? Is it a good idea to do that?
Probably not. No.
Because would you be able to control yourself like, nah, I'm going too far. I think I'm going too hard. Let me chill. You're fucking angry. You're frustrated. This is a kid. This isn't somebody who can defend it. This is a kid. This is a fucking kid we're talking about, Mike.
Frazier, in that video, what was he beating that child with?
A belt.
A belt.
A belt.
Where was he hitting that child? On the legs.
Where
right?
she didn't. Where she had no protection.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That's a grown man, right?
Yeah.
If he wanted to, couldn't he had put fists and kicks and slams
A
and all
belt
that?
in a lot of cases just as bad, Mike.
Now you're getting
No, dude.
You mean to tell me a belt is worse than getting punched in the face?
There are people who go to the hospital, Mike, because they have severe injuries from a belt. You know why?
There's people who get knocked the fuck out from getting punched in the face.
Yes, because they're both weapons, Mike. A belt can leave welts. A belt can break skin. That's why
you're comparing a fucking welt to getting your tooth knocked out your face.
Check this out, dude. Do you know? Okay. Do you
ever
know why
seen Mike Tyson punch somebody in the face?
I was a Mike Tyson fan, dude. I know. Check this out, Mike.
It didn't look like they died.
Do you know? Do you know there are people who go to the fucking hospital with internal injuries because they've been beat with a belt? Yes. You can look this stuff up, Mike.
Oh my God.
There are people
You're telling me.
Do you know where that comes from?
So hold on. So
let me ask you this.
Well, let me ask you this. Would you rather your father punch you or hit you with a belt?
I would rather my father didn't hit me.
I understand, but if you had to choose, you're choosing belt.
No.
I mean, you're choosing punches.
I would rather my father punch me than getting hit. You heard the sound that belt was making? Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. That's a whip-like instrument, Mike. It's moving at a speed.
Do you understand?
Do you know how something makes that sound? Let me ask you something. Do you know?
One punch.
Do you know?
One punch yes. will change your life,
Mike,
my nigga.
Mike, do you know what makes that sound? Do you know how something makes that sound?
Yes.
No, I'm saying, do you know how a whip makes that sound?
How?
It's colliding with the air, and the crack of it on impact is briefly breaking the sound barrier. That means it's hitting you with a force that is high enough to break a sound barrier.
And you know,
if a belt is making that sound, that means you are hitting someone with the same force that you would be hitting them with a whip, Mike. That's why you can get, and he was hitting her on her bare legs.
And
she had no protection. She had no insulation. Do you know
someone getting punched multiple times?
Do you realize?
You realize you can break someone's rib?
Can I finish my point? Do you realize that years ago they used to literally tie people up, and they would, and after they outlawed whips, they started using belts to flog people. They would tie them up and hit them with a belt. And that was considered a military punishment. That was considered a extreme punishment. But we do it to fucking kids, Mike. That's what I'm saying. They used to do that to grown men. They used to do that to grown-ass men as a punishment. They would leave welts on them, Mike. My point to you is, especially going, all right, if we go way, way back, they used to, I know you've heard the term, get a switch. You get a switch or whatever.
Yeah, off the tree.
Do you know where that came from?
What?
That came from slavery, dude.
Okay.
And then after switches, it upgraded to belts.
Frazier,
I would
rather a fucking whelp than to get punched in my face.
You would
end of point blank period. I would take a fucking belt than getting punched in my face at 13 years old from a grown-ass man with grown men's strength who is capable of breaking something with one hit. He can literally punch me in my face one time and break my jaw, break my nose.
Yeah.
A lot of shit. You've seen people get knocked the fuck out with one punch.
Yeah.
One punch.
So
I would take a belt whipping, my nigga, than getting pummaged, than getting beat on with some bare hands. Hell yeah.
So it's okay because he didn't punch her?
I didn't say it was
that's okay. What you said. No, that's what you're saying.
Like,
well, he could have punched her.
No, I am not. What you're doing is you're making it seem like he was killing that little girl when he was showing discipline for her being. She was doing too much. She's 13.
You don't know the story,
Frazier,
Mike.
I don't, but I know a 13-year-old coming in the house at midnight. A 13-year-old coming in the house at 10 o'clock is fucking crazy when you got little girls getting killed and raped out here.
I know.
That's ridiculous.
There's more ways to punish her.
I don't give a fuck.
There's more ways to punish her. There's more ways to punish her.
Not with a 13-year-old girl.
If you can train a fucking animal to do what you want it to do without hitting it, you can train a 13-year-old girl without hitting.
I'd rather get a beating and then talk to me about why you beat me and explain to me why. That's how we go.
Why do you have to get a beating?
Fucking kids,
why do you have to get a beating?
Everybody beats.
Why do you have to get a beating?
Because it's some shit that calls, I'd rather do this to you until fucking Tyrone, who shoots niggas, do it to you. Or this nigga over here who's known for fucking with little girls and shit.
You know what?
I'd rather do this so I can scare. You ever heard when a young person is so like, I want to drink. So sometimes you hear like, here, take a shot. And you want them to take that shot so they taste it and be like, oh, this shit is disgusting. You know why? So you don't fucking want to drink ever again.
You know
ever heard that?
Yeah.
So I want to beat my child. I want to whip my child. I'm not going to beat her down or kill her. I want to whip my child, then explain to her afterwards, I beat you because I want to scare you because there's little girls out here getting raped, kidnapped, and all types of shit. I'd rather you learn that and feel that from your parent who cares and takes care.
And the point that I want to make for that, Mike, is if that happens, you can't be surprised when later in life she gets with a nigga who then whoops her ass and tells her, oh, I did it because I love you. And don't say it doesn't happen, Mike.
That's not what?
Don't say that doesn't happen. So would you be would you be surprised if you saw that same girl fucking with some nigga that beats her later?
Would I be surprised?
Would you be surprised? Be honest.
Yeah, if I was doing my parent duties,
you'd be surprised to see that.
Yes, because that's what I was trying to. I didn't want her to be involved with. That's what I wanted her to avoid. So by her doing it, I would be surprised. Because that's exactly what I tried to stop from happening.
But okay.
So you're saying by me beating her, that's going to lead basically to her dealing with a dude doing that.
Let's put it this way. At 13 years old, you're starting puberty.
Yeah.
You're coming out of early childhood.
Yeah.
And you're going into adolescence.
Yeah.
Your brain's still developing. Your brain doesn't stop developing until you're 25.
Okay, my shit stopped then, because my shit stopped at like 22.
Mike, your brain doesn't stop developing until you're 25 years old. So at
I'm
13,
dumb as shit,
at 13,
dog.
you're a fucking moron. You're still a kid. Okay, you're still learning from shit around you, internalizing shit. So if you're getting beat like that at that age, it stands to reason she's likely been beat before, right? Just if you had to gauge it, would you say she's likely been beat before?
Yes, I guess.
Okay, so if you learn at a young age, okay, I've made my dad angry, and so he's gonna beat me. Do you think you're gonna internalize that with other people?
See what you're doing again?
No, I don't see what I'm doing, Mike. What am I doing?
Missing the point.
How am I missing the point?
Because once again, what you're making it sound like is you're literally beating your child every time they make you mad. Not once did I say that. That's fucking crazy.
I didn't say that that's the case.
That's what it sounds like. But what I'm saying is, because the way you just said is, oh, I made my father mad, he's going to beat me. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying there's certain situations that's a little too much.
And
that warrants a
you
whipping.
agree. So you agree that her coming home
I've done things, for example, I've done things knowing I'm about to get in trouble, probably gonna get my ass beat. I knew it was coming. It didn't. I can't speak for me, but it's not every situation is gonna make a person. Oh, this is, I'm so scared because it's going to, what it is.
You heard what you just said.
May be coming because you understand what you did warrants an ass whipping. Some kids know what they're about to do is going to warrant an ass whipping. And they know another situation, what they're about to do, it might just warrant taking their phone away or internet.
So basically, if they know that they're likely gonna get an ass whooping, but they don't care, you just said that you're just saying that it doesn't work then. The ass whooping wasn't enough to scare them. So what is the point of beating them? What's the point of beating them then?
Because that's a part of discipline. That's a part of my discipline.
Just because it's what you do?
That's a part of my. That's a part of this. If your child is doing something that is crazy that warrants an ass whooping,
so it's
they get an ass whooping.
So let me ask you this.
Just talking to him obviously didn't change that.
If we're walking, let's go back to my old scenario. We're walking down the street and we see. Let's change it. Let's change it. No. I'm not doing the dog thing again. Okay. Let's say it's a guy and his girl. Let's say it's a guy and his girlfriend, and we see this guy beating the shit out of his girl. Okay. Would you be kind of disturbed by that?
Beating his girl with his bare fist?
No. Let's say it's a belt.
He's beating her with a belt?
Yeah,
like he's whipping her legs and shit?
Yep.
None of my business.
Really, Mike?
None of my business.
None of your business.
So I got to save everyone who's getting a beating in the street?
You don't have to save it, but I'm just asking, is it disturbing?
None of my business.
Is it disturbing?
None of my business.
I'm not asking you if it's your business, Mike. I'm asking, what is your opinion when you see that?
Disturbing to me if I'm walking down the street and a man is beating on a woman with his hands and he's kicking her and shit.
You're not going to be a little disturbed by seeing that, Mike?
Even
if you don't get involved, even if you're saying it's none of my business, you're not going to be a little disturbed by seeing that, Mike?
No, because it's a beating listen, if he's beating on her with his hands, he's kicking her, slamming her and all that, that's not the same what I'm fucking talking about.
That's not the same. Okay, so what you're saying to me is that a belt is not a weapon.
I didn't see. There you go again.
No, because I never said that.
I said a belt is not as bad as fist and getting kicked and all that.
If that's the case, Mike, if that's the case, then why did they used to use being beat with a belt as a form of punishment for prisoners and in the military if it's not worse than getting punched?
You do realize in certain countries when you punish people, they punch and kick them too, right?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure.
I've been punched in the face, Mike. I've been punched numerous times throughout my life. I know what a punch feels like. And do you know what, Mike?
Yeah.
Do you know what? I would rather be punched than have somebody come at me with a weapon that can break my skin.
I can ask almost everyone I know if they will rather being whipped in the ass and legs instead. Would they rather that or getting punched repeatedly in the body and face? Literally, everyone I ask would choose a fucking belt.
How long has it been since you've been hit with a belt, Mike?
Years.
Years. You've likely forgotten how much that shit hurts.
No, I didn't.
You didn't forget how much it hurts? Because
it's a belt. You gonna remember that.
You know why I remember it? It hurts like hell, Mike.
Yeah. The soldier's getting punched and knocked out.
Yes. It's a completely different kind of pain, though. Being hit in
the you ever been punched and dazed after you got you?
Yes,
I've been in fights. I've been in fights.
I know.
You know what it feels like to get punched?
I've been in fights too, Mike. Everybody's been in fights.
So you're comparing. So getting hit with a belt on your ass and legs. I'm not saying he's just whipping the shit out of you all over your body.
You heard the noise that belt was making in that video,
Mike.
Yeah,
on her ass and legs. Yeah.
It was making the sound of a whip, Mike.
On ass and legs.
Where she had no protection.
He was hitting her
in bare skin. What? I don't understand what's the point you're making here.
It's ass and legs.
Yes, that fucking hurts. You can leave.
You're comparing a whipping on a butt. You're comparing a whipping on a butt to getting punched.
Mike, it's two different pains, and one is likely gonna damage you more than the other. People are fragile. People are fragile. Yes, we know this. If you hit somebody in the wrong place, you can kill them, you can damage them. Yes, but think about it this way, Mike. Think about it this way. I'm guessing you and I have both been punched multiple times.
Yes.
You know how to take a punch.
Yes.
If you're willing to fight somebody, you know I'm probably going to get hit, right?
Yes.
And that doesn't really scare you, does it?
No, yeah, I would.
The probability that you're gonna fight somebody and you're likely gonna get hit. You go in with the knowledge I'm likely gonna get punched a couple of times because it's a fucking fight.
And there's a thought in my head. Yes, why would I not be scared of that?
You're not scared. It's not enough for you to back out of the fight, is it?
It depends on the person. Well, no, just say what you're doing. That's pride
No,
and
just keep
everything.
going. It's not enough for you to. It's not enough for you to back out of the fight, right?
If I'm about to fight someone, yes, I have a fear in the back of my mind. Yo, if this nigga hit me, this shit gonna hurt.
Okay.
Yes, don't know. I'm not Rambo. We're not machines. Okay. There's boxers, professional boxers who realize, all right, I'm about to fight. If this nigga catch me with this hook, this shit might put me out.
But you're saying being punched is worse than a belt.
Yes, right? Yes. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. So if you are willing to engage in behavior, if we have a sport that involves being punched,
yes, that you need a license to do because that's how dangerous it is.
Yes, it's fucking dangerous.
Yes.
You know why they don't use weapons like whips and belts and shit like that?
Why?
Because you can actually do some very, very, very severe injuries to a person like that. You can do that easier, Mike, and I'm not kidding here. You can do this easier with a belt than you can with a fist. Yes, you can cause a different kind of injury. You can cause bruising and swelling damage with a fist. You can also cause bruising and swelling damage with a belt. The difference is if you hit somebody in a certain place, you can do some severe damage to them. If you hit them in a different place, they might be okay. With a belt, it's very different, Mike, because your body, the way your body is made up, the belt is striking the surface of your skin, and anywhere it hits you, it can break your skin. The impact of it, when something is breaking a sound barrier, it's going to hit you. The vibration is going to go through your skin, and that can damage you. Bones and shit stop.
How many people you heard died from getting a beating from a belt?
How many people do I know that died?
No. How many times have you heard a parent beating their child with just a belt? With just a belt. Nothing extra. Just a belt. And that they died.
Believe it or not, Mike, it's actually somewhat common.
Okay. Now, explain to me, how many stories have you heard of people getting into fights and dying?
It's actually common.
Okay. I would think it's a lot more than someone getting beat with a belt and dying. And please don't say you hear people getting beat with a belt and dying way more than someone getting hit with fist and dying. You don't. Every other weekend with some college fest or something is going on, you hear about somebody getting fucked up and dying or becoming, handicapped.
That's beside the point, Mike. Here's the point. The idea is this. Is it better? So it's okay to engage in a behavior that can kill someone with your child.
Listen.
That's the question. Is it okay? To a child who can't defend itself.
I would rather get hit with a belt.
Is it okay?
Than punched.
Is it okay?
I would rather get hit with a belt.
That's not the question. The question is it okay?
Answer. I would rather get hit with a belt.
You're dodging the question, Mike. Is it okay?
No, I am not. Okay. You're not going to change my mind with anything you say.
I'm just asking, is it okay, Mike?
Is what okay?
Is it okay to engage in a behavior that you are aware can kill someone, can kill an adult with a child who can't defend itself? It's okay to do that.
You talking about with fist?
No, I'm talking about with a belt. It's okay. Whether the fist,
I've never heard of anyone dying from a belt, my nigga.
Have you looked into this? Have you looked
into
this?
I have never heard of this.
Have you looked into it?
Not that much, no.
Okay. If you look into, there's numerous studies.
From a belt?
Yes, Mike. There's a case that literally just happened. You might not have seen it, but I shared it on Facebook, Mike, of a girl who was literally beat to death by her foster parents with a belt. Her and her sister came into the hospital. Let me tell the story. Her and her sister came into the hospital.
It's not relatable because what you're saying sounds like they was whipping the shit out of her until she died. Who is doing that? They're bad parents.
They thought they were like, well, she did wrong, and we just wanted, and we took a belt.
Hey, plot twist. They're bad fucking parents.
And you know what?
Because they beat their child to death with a belt. Of course, that's bad.
Did they intend to beat her to death?
Probably, nigga. If she's on the floor crying and she's hurt and they're still beating her on the floor, they probably knew this bitch probably gonna die.
They didn't think they said when they asked, they were like, well, she did something.
What skin color were they?
Huh?
What skin color? What were they? What was their race?
They were white.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they had like 8 kids.
And they beat one to death with a belt.
Yeah. And her And her sister had welts and stuff when they brought her. One of them died. One of them came to the hospital, and they were like she had welts on her butt and on her legs, and it caused severe injuries to her.
Why? You know why?
Because they were hitting her bare with a fucking belt, Mike.
And that's probably all they did was beat her every time she did something. What's come back?
That was from one session.
How do you come on? You don't fucking know that.
You didn't read the story.
Obviously,
I read the story. I followed the story, Mike.
Frazier, if you beat your child to death, that means you beat that ass a lot. That's not the first fucking beating they ever got.
No, it's not the first beating they ever got, Mike.
That sounds like they beat that child a lot if they beat him to death. My original point that I'm still sticking by, every punishment does not warrant a beating. But there are some that do. I'm not telling you beat your child every time they do something, but it's sometimes they do shit that warrants a beating. I'm not saying beat them until they die. I said beat them, let some time go, and you explain to them why you beat them. That's all I'm saying.
In closing,
and like I said, hold on, but like I said to you, because we didn't get to record it, and tell me what you said. I asked you. If a person comes up to you, what can a person do to you to make you hit them?
Yep.
And what was your response for that?
I said it doesn't take a lot for me to hit a person. If a person comes up to me, if they get in my face and I feel threatened,
yes,
I'm likely gonna swing on them.
Okay, right? A lot of people would agree. A lot of people would say, yeah, that's
okay.
You know. Now, my child, my 13-year-old child, that I raised, birthed, and brought into this world, that I provide for, steps to my face like I'm a nigga on the street.
Okay.
I am a human being at the end of the day. So you mean to tell me my 13-year-old child steps to my face like he wants to do something to me? I'm supposed to just, put him in timeout?
My question to you, Mike, is why would your child be stepping to your face?
That's the child.
Where did they learn that? Where did they learn that?
What are you trying to say?
Where did the kid learn that?
I don't know.
Because you know what? Studies show.
Studies
show that kids learn from their parents, and if you beat your kid, they learn that aggression is the
study. And studies also show they learn a lot of shit from video games, television, and shit they see in fucking music and all that.
Do you know
you
what?
Remember when they was trying to ban Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah,
because they said it was too violent for children.
It wasn't a kid's game, but if you're allowing your kids to play games, it is up to you as a parent to contextualize what it is that, hey, maybe this situation, you can play this on this game, but this is not cool in real life. And if you can...
What cartoons did you grow up on?
Cartoons?
What cartoons did you grow up on?
Standard, Dexter's Lab, fucking... I watched...
You was a Dragon Ball Z fan?
Yeah. Everybody.
All of that shit, right?
Yeah.
You realize there's violence?
No shit.
In cartoons?
Mike. No shit. I didn't.
So I'm supposed to tell my kid.
I watched Bugs Bunny shoot a nigga for coughing. I didn't have. You don't even get cartoon violence like that anymore. I didn't think it was okay to shoot somebody, Mike. That's very different from firsthand experience. Yes, people can see. There's a reason why they said during wrestling, like WWE Raw and shit, the kids don't try this at home. Even though we did anyway. Yeah. But fuck it. There's a big difference. Your main source of learning as a kid is either your parents, if you're being raised by your parents, whoever you're being raised by, your siblings, your older siblings, the older people around you are who you learn from. Same people you learn how to cook from, same people you learn how to do other shit from. These are the people that teach you how to be a person. So if they're coming to you and they get upset at something you do, and as a result of that, you get a spanking or you get beat or whatever you want to call it, they do that. What do you think you learn? What do you think that teaches you when you get older?
Are you fucking serious?
I'm dead serious. If somebody is coming to you if an adult comes to you and they beat you, and you can clearly see that they become frustrated and angry at you because of your behavior, and they beat you for that, what does that kid learn to do when he gets frustrated and angry at someone else's behavior?
They should learn the lesson of why I beat you for that situation. That's what that means. That's what they should do. They should learn. Listen, Frazier, you're really blowing my mind, fam.
You're blowing my mind.
Because how can you 1 minute say if a person comes up to you and you feel as though they're doing a little too much, you said out your mouth, it doesn't take a lot for you to swing on or hit somebody.
It doesn't.
All right? So you mean to tell me I'm supposed to just shut that shit off if my child steps up to me? I can be the best parent to my child. My fucking child can watch a 50 Cent video or something like that and get influenced and want to be a thug like this nigga. They can watch YG or something. Oh, he's so cool. I want to be like him. So they getting that from that. They're not getting that because I'm being a bad fucking parent. Kids are easily influenced. Easily. They can go to school and learn some shit from their friends and they come home thinking they all bitty badass and they gonna try it on their parent. Come on. I can be the best parent, but my child can go outside for 5 minutes and pick up on some shit and bring it back in the house and take it out on me. That doesn't mean I'm a bad parent. It means kids are easily influenced.
Who's the chief influence of a kid?
The parents.
Because I'm going to tell you straight up.
All right, but what does that mean?
Two things. First to your first point. Why can I say that it's okay for me to swing on a person when they come up to me? What you didn't ask me, Mike, why am I like that? Okay? Why? Because I had severe anger problems.
You don't have to have severe anger problems to defend yourself.
I had anger problems, Mike.
To defend yourself?
To defend I will swing on people for shit that maybe I shouldn't swing on them for, okay?
That's you and your problem.
Yes, I have anger. Where did I learn that from, Mike? Where did I learn that from?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The common person, self-defense is self-defense, Frazier.
Yeah, I'm not arguing against self-defense.
If a person comes to me threatening, I don't have to have anger problems when I was younger to realize this nigga's about to do something to me and I better defend myself.
Of course.
So what are you talking about?
I'm saying it's not the same, Mike.
Yes,
it's not the same.
I'm not saying if my child comes to me, I'm going to punch him in his face. I'm going to whip him. I'm going to beat him. I'm going to get a belt and I'm going to beat him.
What's the difference? You're still hitting the fucking kid.
You're not punching him in his face like he's a nigga on the street.
So it's okay?
It's okay for your fucking child. You brought into this world to come to you and disrespect you like that? Don't it say in the Bible, honor the mother and father?
So what's the difference between hitting a child? Okay, so you think the kid is going to make the difference between hitting it in his face with a fist and beating it with a fucking weapon, Mike?
I beat him. Then afterwards I tell you, I beat your ass because you stepped to me like I was a nigga in the street. You step to another nigga like that, he ain't going to beat your ass and tell you why he beat your ass. He going to fucking kill you. You're going to be dead. You gonna get your ass whooped and you ain't gonna know why. Oh, I did it to my father. Let me go do this shit to this nigga. He gonna pull out a gun and kill you. You're dead. I'd rather beat your ass and tell you, don't you ever step to me like that. I'm your parent, nigga. I raised you. I brought you into this world. Don't you ever disrespect me like that.
Okay, so check this out, Mike. Check this. So in that scenario, your kid comes to you and y'all fight, whatever. Y'all get it on. So your kid is how old in this scenario? How old would you say?
I'll say 13.
About 13 years old. Okay, going through puberty, thinks he's badass, whatever. So at that point, all right, I'll say if he steps to you, fine. I'll concede this to you. If your kid steps to you and squares up with you and thinks he can swing on you, fine. Fine, whatever. Swing back. Fuck it. But
I didn't even. Okay, I'll let you finish.
But so I'm gonna concede. I'll concede that to you. I'm not entirely comfortable with it, but I'll concede, fine, okay, I see what you're getting at. But apart from that situation, apart from a situation where the kid is coming at you, who is coming at you in a violent fashion, where a kid is trying to swing on you, where a kid's trying to come at you violently, apart from that situation, you think there are other scenarios where it's okay to beat your kid? If the kid's not endangering you, not coming at you, not trying to swing on you, not stepping to you, just because the kid, like in the video with the girl, stayed out late, you think that was warranted to beat her like that in the middle of the street?
Like I said, with that video, he was a little extra by the pulling the hair and all that. I disagree. I said that from the beginning. He didn't need to do all that. They didn't need to film that.
He was obviously angry, right?
Exactly. But
do you think he was able to control himself while he's angry? Obviously not.
He obviously did, because if he didn't control himself, he would have been punching on that girl. And he would have been really beating that girl ass. Now, if he couldn't control his anger, he wouldn't have picked up a belt and hit her. He would have been I'm pretty sure you've seen the parent punch on the child before when they're angry. I've seen it. So when I'm saying he had to have some sort of control, because he thought, let me pick up this belt, hit a butt in her legs instead of me. He probably was livid. He probably was scared as hell, didn't know where his 13-year-old girl was, so he was losing it. Could you imagine being a parent and not knowing where your 13-year-old daughter is?
Terrifying.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure he was fucking tight. But He didn't punch on her. I don't know what he did after the video. He could have beat her ass. I don't know. But
he beat her ass in the video.
But I'm talking about like with fist and everything. I don't know about that. You asked him, did he control himself? He obviously had some sort of control. He picked up that belt. He ain't just, throw some fist at her.
Mike.
And that's a difference. So if you don't think
statistics show that when a parent hits a kid with a belt or a brush or whatever the hell they use, paddle, whatever they use, that in anger and frustration, the parent often goes too far. They cannot control their anger, and that ends up with them hitting them with more force than is warranted. In addition to that, statistics also say that it makes them less obedient in the long term. It might make them immediately compliant. It might make them immediately listen to you. But overall, in the long run, it will make them less obedient. It will make them want more to hide from you the shit that they're doing.
So if that's the case, why did he not just punch on her?
I don't understand what is with you in this punching thing, Mike. Whether he hit her with a fist, Mike, or whether he hit her with a weapon, he's still hitting this girl.
You want to hear the difference? Frazier, if I'm mad at you and I'm right next to you,
okay,
isn't it easier for me to punch on you than, let me go get my belt?
It's look,
if I'm angry,
I see what you're trying to say, Mike, but what you're not understanding is it doesn't really matter to the person who's getting hit. If somebody's hitting you with some shit, Frazier, are you going to sit there if you're being hit with a belt by somebody and be like, well, at least he's not hitting me with his fist? No, you're getting hit.
You know why?
You're getting hit regardless, Mike.
It hurts. It's a difference because when I see my mother beat my brother with a belt, I said, oh, he did some stupid shit and he got beat. But the day when my mother, I don't even want to put that out. But it's a difference. It's a difference because if it's me, if my mother hits me with a belt for doing something, and another day she punches me in my face, I'm gonna look at it like, that was a little bit different from a belt. That was a little bit extreme. And you can't tell me no human being would look at it and think of it like that. If you seen a person getting whipped in their ass compared to getting punched in their face, you cannot tell me that's different. That's a difference. That can't be the same thing. It can't be. If I'm repeatedly punching someone in the rib, not even the face, I'm punching them. I mean fucking Mayweather shots to the rib, and I'm whooping someone with a belt. You mean to tell me that's not different?
Mike, look, ultimately, we're going to have to agree to disagree because you won't believe this. We've gone almost the entire time length of the podcast on this one subject. We're not even really going to have time to do the story.
Yeah, I know.
So
fuck it. Yeah.
We'll call this a short, special, very special episode of It's Always Happy Hour.
This was fun, though.
Yeah.
This was good.
Look,
I'm sorry for yelling, everybody.
You don't have to apologize for yelling, Mike. It's gold. It's for the ratings, man.
Bye, man.
All right.